Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the cabin. I guess you can see I've got another concrete party going on up here. It seems like I do that all the time, doesn't it? But this is the concrete for the little mini hut that we're going to build for all of the solar equipment. And I figured about 3 bags per hole. So I got 16 bags. That gives me 4 extra bags because I think that one on the bottom far corner is going to take quite a bit more, so I've got 4 extra for it. But I've got some rebar right here, and I got 4 pieces of that. And normally what I do is I will put that in the ground, drive it up to after I shoot grade with my level, and I'll do all 4 corners that way. Then once I get some concrete down in the bottom of the hole, I raise that sleeve up to meet the top of this, and I level across it, and then I just let it set up like that. So that seems to work out the best for me. Then I got 4 of these, which when we get some heavy equipment start moving in here, when Jennifer starts her house, when they're turning in to come up my driveway, I've only got a 15-foot tile there. So I thought, you know, being up in the cab of the truck, if I had 4 of these, 2 on each end to mark out where the ditch is, hopefully they won't run off in there with either their front or their back tires. So why don't we get the weed eater, run down there and see if we can get these installed. You know, I thought, should I dare ask them if they want to go? Let's go in here and see what they have to say about it. Hey, you want to go to the creek? You want to go? Let's go. Let's go. Now that should be fairly easy to see, don't you think? Well, the bugs are a little bit bad down here, but I've been needing that for some time now, so let's take a look at it. You can see I got this one here, and I got that one over there, right there, and right there. That's going to be nice when people are coming up and making the turn in the driveway right there. They'll be able to tell where the ditch is actually at instead of just going by all the weeds there because you really couldn't see it. So I guess you know where I'm heading, right? Yep, I'm heading to the creek. The dogs were standing there even though I stopped down there and was doing that little bit of work. They were standing there looking at me like, dude, you said let's go to the creek. What's up? So we're going to go down here and make them happy. Oh, look who's down in there cooling off. The big Mo. Are you having fun standing in the creek? Are you cooling off? Yeah, feels good, don't it? And there's little Miss Dolly over there. She's cooling off too. They're not as active in the afternoon as they are in the morning when they come down here. It seems like in the evening they just want to come down here and kind of stand around and chill out. But I'm gonna have to get out of here because the mosquitoes, they start coming out when it gets shady and starts getting dark. You know how that goes, right? So I think we'll just head back up there because I didn't bring any spray with me. Anyway, I'll see you back up at the cabin. Well, now that we've got those put in there, maybe those big trucks can navigate that ditch a little bit easier when they're trying to get over here to Jennifer's house. You know, folks, while it was on my mind, I thought I would go ahead and give a shout out to a few channels that I enjoy watching, and I thought, you know, I'm going to go ahead and mention them because you might as well if you're not already watching them. Sheridan Park Farms, Two Guys Timber Framing, I get a big kick out of them. Retired for Life, Out of the Woods, my good buddy Nathan, and let's not forget Hobby Hardwoods, because I've learned a great deal just watching him doing his sawmilling. But I thought I would mention those to you guys. If you're not watching them, go ahead and check them out because I think that you might enjoy them. And while we're giving out shout outs, let's go ahead and give one to Joe Maine, because folks, that's where I get my blades, and it makes a big difference in sawing your lumber. You can find the information up there in the banner up above, as well as down in the description section below. If you want a good blade, check out Joe Maine. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Well, the gas company called me, and they'll be here either today or tomorrow. We're going to exchange, we're keeping these tanks, but they're going to set a larger tank in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this area cleaned up and get it ready when they get here. So now I've got a nice clean area that I can start with when they get here to set that tank. So when that happens, these two right here are full. I'll bring the tractor over here and kind of reposition those until I can get the areas set up where I'm going to station them. So they will probably, I'll hook them to that post over there where they don't fall over. And this is where we're going to set our new tank. So I guess you've seen the gas company leaving. This is what happened. I had to stop milling down there and run up here real quick and move those other tanks that I had sitting there, but this is going to be really nice having this here filled up with 400 gallons of fuel where I don't have to go and get it so often. They will come up here and actually fill it up for us. So that was really nice. But yep, this is a new upgrade to the cabin up here on the mountain. Well, friends, I've got 3 surprises. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's actually raining for the first time in probably, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. But yeah, we're supposed to get some rain today and rain tomorrow, I believe. Anyway, one of the surprises that I wanted to show you and talk to you about, you remember the girl that came up here to help me dig the holes out there for the solar array, the post, and then she came up here and brought all of her equipment and gave the dogs a nice doggy's day out. You know, where, hear that thunder? Where they thoroughly enjoyed a nice washing and grooming and so forth. Anyway, she came up here last week to see what Jennifer was going to be doing down there with her house. And she said, here, I've got a gift for you. And I want to show you. This was just so nice. Check that out. That is so cool. That's a picture of Patrick and I when we went and picked up the stone to actually skirt the cabin. Jennifer and I when we were building that crazy wonky chicken house up there. And then me when I was, I think it was a birthday or Father's Day or something, sitting down there, a picture with the dogs, and then our emblem over there. I thought that was just so cool that she brought that up here. So I'm gonna have to find a nice place to hang that. And I think I mentioned it before, if you guys have any old signs like from gas stations or from some commercial item, you know how they used to sell things, how they would make nice little metal signs to try to advertise their wares. You know, if you got things like that, you want to get rid of it, be sure and send it to us, because what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the walls down there in the workshop and we're going to hang signs that people send us, because I like old cool signs like that, you know, like back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, that era, that time era right there. But anyway, oh, the other thing is in this bag right here. Now I know that you have probably heard the song, picking up pawpaws, putting them in the basket. So what is in this is pawpaws. Now I had never seen them before, heard about them all my life, heard that little, I guess, nursery rhyme, I guess, and I had heard people talk about them, but I had never seen any, never seen the tree or anything. And then one of the guys at church said, I believe we've got some growing on the creek. And so this morning at church, he said, hey, I got your pawpaws out there in the car in a bag. So he brought them in. If you've never seen them before, this is what they look like. Now, these are a little on the ripe side. Some of them are still a little bit green and a little harder than the others, but when you break them open, they kind of have the texture and a faint taste of like a banana. Mixed with, I don't know, maybe, like my sister said, maybe a hint taste of pineapple in there. But there's seeds in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat the fruit slowly because it's very rich to me. Anything sweet is rich to me. And then I'm going to save those seeds and I'm going to try to transplant them. Now I've got these seeds that I'm going to plant. I've got some cherry seeds. I've got some pecan seeds from my sister's house. I've got more black walnuts from some of the trees that we had to cut down there for Jennifer. I've got some hickory nuts, and I've also got some sweet gum balls that fell that I'm going to try to transplant and get more hardwoods growing up here, as well as fruit and nut bearing trees. But anyway, I still have yet to see the pawpaw tree, what it looks like. But as far as I know, I haven't seen any around this area or this valley that I live in. So, but luckily there is somebody that has some, so hopefully we can get a start of those along with these seeds right here. I do have some ramps now growing down in the hollow. I think they've sprouted one time. An offshoot is what I mean. They've sprouted every year so far. Last year was, or this year was their second year, so next year in April will be their third. They only come around in the month of April. You know, it's nice to be wealthy with nature. We got lots of trees growing too, because let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of trees that we're going to harvest down there from where Jennifer's going to build that house. But guess what? Everything else around there that was stunted is going to shoot right up, because we've opened up a hole over there for sunlight to get in. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for stopping by. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.